Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Local Gov Stories podcast. I'm Melanie Santostefano here with my amazing co-host, Danny Langloss, City Manager of the City of Dixon. So, big news. You all know conference is not only happening in February, registration opened. So, it's time to register. And as I always harp on you, get your hotel room so you can stay in the hotel and not have to drive 15 minutes. Right, Danny?
Nothing worse than that. I've done it
Oh,
before.
it does take away from the experience. You can do it. So, but get in there, get that hotel room. I got mine. So we have bunches of things to talk about today, including previewing a few interesting sounding sessions that are coming up at conference. And then Danny, you're going to be interviewing Joe Carey, the conference chair for Winter Conference, what's he going to do? He's going to
Top 5 reasons you should attend the conference.
nice, quick and easy. We want to make it short for you all today because it is Thanksgiving week and you're ready to eat some turkey and take some time off. And so we just want to get you all this value about the conference, what's coming, why you should register, and really the top 5 reasons why you should be there, according to Joe. So, first, Danny, you're a city manager. What are the things that you saw in the conference lineup that kind of stood out to you?
Well, first of all, it's the lineup stacked, a lot of good events. But first thing that sticks out to me, and I don't think I've done the pre-conference workshop before, but I'm going to sign up for that. Unconscious bias, knowing
Mhm.
what you don't know.
Yeah.
I think as leaders, leader of any organization, especially city manager, city administrator, county administrator, you know, that unconscious bias, the things that are happening that we don't even know are factoring in our decisions, clearing our lens, it's so important. Self leadership's the most important leadership skill. So I'm just really interested. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. I've heard amazing things about him. Heard he's super engaging. It's just a great topic, and it's something all of us as humans, I think, could take something from.
Yeah, I think it's really good to kind of take a step back and make sure that you don't have blind spots or things that you've just kind of not getting into your world for whatever reason, just due to who you are, experiences you've had. So yeah, these are always really great reminders. So we'll definitely a good way to kick off the conference on that one.
Yeah, our brains are so lazy. Like we make decisions, we're processing thousands and thousands of pieces of information. That's all based on our prior experiences. And a lot of times, like we're making connections that don't exist in the situation before us. So it's pretty cool.
Well, that's always a good keynote presentation, something that makes you think, something that
Mhm.
goes, okay, well, I never thought of it quite that way. So I'm looking forward to it as well. As you know, last episode we interviewed Seth, who's the opening keynote. And then in a December episode, you'll be interviewing our closing keynote, which will be exciting.
Looking forward to it.
So, what else did you think was a little bit of a standout that we can mention to everybody?
The next thing I thought was a standout on Thursday. So Joe Carey, our conference chair, is leading a workshop beyond the bargaining table. And I'll tell you how we handle bargaining, our relationships with unions, shape or break our culture. Like, I know in our town, a lot of towns I talk to, negotiations can drag out for months and months and months and months. But when you proactively invest in relationships with your people, when you appreciate them, when they feel like they have a voice, when you're treating them fair to market, when you're staying on top of things, you have open dialogue. Next thing you know, 1, 2, 3 sessions, you're done.
Yeah.
My philosophy is that we start preparing for the next negotiation as soon as this negotiation's over and
Yeah.
making sure we have those relationships. So I'm really excited to see what Joe's going to bring to life there. It's so
Yeah.
relevant to everybody in our field.
Sure. I mean, it goes back to those old kind of pillars of honor and respect, just showing your people that you care about their needs and working together to come to good consensus.
It
So
does.
you were going to
Yeah.
mention one more. What was
Yeah,
it?
one more Friday. Friday. This one I'm really excited about. The future is watching what rising leaders need from us today. They're flipping the script. They have young professionals and local government going to be sharing with us what they observe that's happening, what they crave, what they need, all from their lens. And what's cool about this is, we had a suggestion to look at how do we draw and attract the younger generation. So
Mhm.
in next month's podcast, we've interviewed JD Barrett,
Yeah.
25-year-old management analyst, vision of Village of Glen Ellen. Phenomenal interview, great insights. So
Mhm.
we got to pay attention to this
Yes.
because the world is changing. We've got to change with it. Government change is slow, but we need that young talent. And I know I hear a lot of negatives, Melanie, but I also know if we lead them in the right way, they can be our most powerful resource.
Danny, you make a huge point. And one of the things there was a survey done about a year and a half back about what are young people looking for. They're looking for opportunities professional wise where they can impact the world. Now, I'm
Mm.
not sure if everybody realizes local government impacts the world every single day, local communities every day. So it's our job. It behooves, to behoove us to help people understand that. And I can't wait to share JD's interview because he was totally awesome and did provide really good insight on what the younger generation is looking for. We do need to listen to what they're looking for.
Yeah, I just want to throw out to people watching, like a lot of the interviews we're doing here lately come as a recommendation, come as somebody has an idea.
Yeah.
And so let us help you bring your ideas to life, share those ideas with us so we can just keep adding value over value.
Absolutely. And you know what? After we hear from Danny and Carey and Joe Carey and during the Lightning Five, we'll talk a little bit about upcoming events and the social events at conference and how you can find Danny and I there to get it involved in the podcast as well. So let's go to the Lightning Five.
So excited to be joined by Joe Carey, Vice President, ILCMA. So part of your duties as Vice President are to be the chair of the Winter Conference.
That's right. Yeah, that's as vice president of ILCMA, that'll be my obligation. And then next year, as president elect, I'll be the summer conference chair.
Excellent. So we thought we'd adapt our Lightning Five to the Lightning Five conference edition and talk to Joe about what are five reasons we should attend this year's conference. What's reason number one, Joe?
And our conference theme this year is local leadership, lasting impact. And I think that speaks very clearly to what we have for this year's winter conference. It's got something for everyone, from early career professionals to your mid-level to even the folks who are gearing up for retirement.
Love that. Local leadership, lasting impact. I really believe local government is about being a part, a piece of shaping and creating the future of communities. So, number one, big fan. Second reason.
Now, if you like code of ethics, housing, talking about equity and unconscious bias, all these topics we have a session for, and is applicable to any stage of your career.
So, a little bit of something, as you said, something for everyone,
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
range of topics. Excellent.
Yep. It's
Excellent. Is there one topic specific that you're really interested in, Joe?
Our keynote, he's going to be talking. Seth Winterhalter is going to be not only our keynote for our Thursday session, but also is going to have a breakout session. He's got a couple great topics focusing on the tension that we have as local government leaders between our service as well as our leadership. And then he also has a great breakout session that talks about building culture and collaboration and the impact that that has on not just the organization that we serve, but ourselves. And so I think I'm really excited to hear him talk. I think he's going to do an outstanding job. But across the board, our conference planning committee has put together some just fantastic sessions.
Wow. It's such a timely keynote speaker. I mean, it is a really difficult time to serve in local government. It's a great time. We're glad to be here. I don't think there's a greater place we can make more of an impact than in our local community, but certainly trust in overall government's at an all-time low, and how to navigate that is so important. How about number three?
Number three, I think the venue. I think it goes without saying that there's a reason we've been going to Bloomington Normal for couldn't even time immeasurable, I think, at this point, with the winter conference. It's a great venue. The location is works really well for everyone, and it's situated in a place that's accessible for folks throughout the state of Illinois.
You guys have just done a great job over and over again of making this conference better and better. Every year I think, wow, can't get any better than this. It does. So, kudos to you and to the committee. Number four.
As I spoke about the kind of sessions kind of being for all types of people, one thing that we have again is Brad Cole's going to be speaking.
Mm.
He's always someone that's very fascinating to understand what's going on at the state level, and so on. I think that we'll be very interested to hear from, especially as we enter the spring session.
Yeah, he is phenomenal. How he keeps everything straight, I have no idea. But when he talks, that you could hear a pin drop in the room. Bring it home at number five, Joe.
Number five. See, that's tough because I probably could add a whole host of other ones, but the executive director from IMRF will also be attending and having a session. So I know for a lot of folks who are either working with IMRF as perhaps the assistant or working in the HR function, or simply are trying to plan for their retirement. I think having him present for a session to talk about the trials and tribulations with implementing some robust changes that they've made, as well as to talk about just some lessons learned as part of that. Is going to be something that I think there's going to be a lot of people that will take a lot away from that, not just for themselves personally, but also for any time you're working on a major organizational technology change.
Well, eh, yeah. Now, what's pretty important, learning, having that kind of access. Our IMRF executive director, our people always have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions, so the access to that is really cool. Joseph Carey, director of human resources, vice president ILCMA. Well, there you go. The conference chair has spoken. Now you know the top five reasons you need to sign up, be in Bloomington at the conference, February 11th to the 13th. It's going to be a good one, Melanie.
It is. And it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday through Friday in Normal at the Marriott. Just a couple things coming up. So one, do look for Danny and I. We will be doing live interviews at the conference as we've done in the past. And so if you're interested, come on up and get interviewed. We want feedback about the conference for those who might not be able to make it, though we hope everybody makes it. And also, if you have suggestions on the podcast, we're totally open to hearing what you want to hear more about. So do bring those to us, find us there. And then we have one event I'm going to mention just because it's the holidays and this is holiday related. It's the Metro Managers Holiday Luncheon. It's at Harry Carey's in Lombard. That's Wednesday, December 10th. Just check ilcma.org on the calendar of events and you can sign up. It's from 11:30 to 1:30. So make it out to celebrate the holidays with your colleagues.
Sounds like a great event.
It does.
I just want to thank all the local government leaders who tune in, their service, the work they do, and encourage everybody to just decompress, disconnect, get away, enjoy your family, and just enjoy your time. Really reset. You deserve that.
Yeah, use the time. It's nice. I hope you're all closed on Friday of this week. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and we will see you on the flip side in December. Have
Happy
a
Thanksgiving.